The 9th Annual General Meeting of Equity Bank Limited, held in March 2013 at Kenyatta International Conference Center, KICC, in Nairobi, was attended by hundreds of shareholders.
I therefore declare this meeting duly constituted and therefore officially open.
Among the highlights of the AGM was the approval of a proposed dividend payout of 1 shilling and 25 cents per ordinary share held.
May I have, therefore, a shareholder to formally propose that the meeting hereby approves a dividend. Am I wrong?
Yeah.
Those in favor? Those against? I declare the resolution carried.
Speaking at the AGM, Equity Bank Group Managing Director Dr. James Mwangi said that the bank, despite a turbulent macro environment marked by inflation and shaky markets, had been resilient and continued to post impressive financial results.
Our investment have continued to perform very well. In Kenya, we are home to 50% of all deposit accounts and 11% of all the loan book in the banking industry. And of the total profit that was made by the banking industry, we took 14% of that profit. The superior performance of the bank is represented by the return on assets. The return on the 240 billion shillings asset is one of the highest in Africa. And we want to tell our shareholders that we are confident that the growth that we have sustained in the last 10 years will still be able to sustain it for the next 10 years and going forward.
Dr. Mwangi said Equity Bank applied its robust IT infrastructure to facilitate and diversify access to financial services through agency and mobile banking.
What has really worked for us in the last 1 year can be summarized in 3 major aspects. And one of the greatest is the innovation that we made in terms of agents that have now taken financial services to the village level and reduced the cost of our customers from reaching the bank. They can now do deposits and withdrawals where they live. We now have 6,334 agents, and they are growing, and we expect by the end of the year we'll have 10,000 agents giving out our services even in the remotest areas, giving every Kenyan an opportunity to have a bank account throughout the country. We are lucky that we have managed to convince the government of Tanzania and the government of Rwanda to adopt agency, and in Rwanda we now have 300 agents complementing the 10 branches that we have, and 3/4 of all the new accounts we are opening in Rwanda, they are being opened at the agency level.
Dr. Mwangi said that the bank was keen to empower micro businesses to graduate to small and medium enterprises or SMEs, noting that the bank had already helped more than 20,000 micro businesses to grow to SME level.
We have managed to diversify our loan book, starting with individual loans, going to micro enterprises, focusing on agriculture, and now the heaviest weight we are putting is on the small and medium enterprises, while we are also pushing the big ones to grow so that the economy of the country is supported by indigenous enterprise.
The shareholders asked questions and made contributions during the meeting, many of who were satisfied by the management of their company.
I am very grateful, especially on page number 1 on corporate philosophies. Pages 14 and 15, financial highlights. This is an improvement of efficiency. That means our management is doing very well. And I would like to encourage them to continue.
Dr. Mwangi, I will also want to echo the board on the corporate social responsibility, because it is attracting all investors, all people in Kenya, all people in the world. That Equity is doing a vital job to Kenyans.
At the close of the AGM, elections were held and directors Temitope Lawani, Benson Wairegi and Frederick Muchoki were re-elected back to the board.
I then conclude the business of today's meeting and accordingly declare this meeting as closed.